Chicago, girl, because I needed a vacation, but here we
It's
are.
okay. We can pretend.
A vacation, but yeah, it's nice to see you again.
Yeah, it's nice to see you too. Thank you. So thank you for asking me. Thank you for remembering that I do this. It means a lot that you remembered. Um, uh, so I got 10 questions for you today, if that's cool.
Okay.
Yeah. So if you could introduce yourself, your pronouns as well, where you're from, where you're based now, and anything you feel like is essential for people to understand you as an artist.
Okay. Well, my name's Nishawn. I am from Maryland, and I still live in Maryland. My pronouns are she, definitely a lady. And what was the last one?
Um,
Somebody, which I
oh,
want to know.
anything you feel like is essential for people to understand you as an artist.
It's essential for people to understand as an artist about
Any
me that like I am, I don't know, like I'm more on the darker side when it comes to like art and stuff. I don't know why. Like that's just what I gravitate towards. Cause
Mhm.
people think about art, they think about like bright, pretty colors. I'm like, I mean, yeah, I still make art like that, but I'm definitely like more of a like a darker, like on the darker side, like black, cool colors and stuff like that. And just kind of like a horrorness, eeriness look to my art.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's definitely like my style. That's what I like to make. So
It's really unique though, and it's
thank
unique
you.
to you. Yeah. So I noticed I was I remember when I met you, like I saw the rabbits and like canvases back then, but I know you mostly focus on digital work now. But I've always been able to recognize your work because of the rabbit. Um,
Hmm.
and I never knew that the connection you had to that animal specifically. But I read your biography on your website, and I
Hmm.
saw that you said you had an abundance of childhood pets that has now inspired you. So I know, like, when most people think of their childhood pets and pets in general, it's usually like soft and cuddly, but you
Hmm.
have, like you said, like a dark undertone to your work. So what made you want to mix those two, like the the dark life experiences with those
Yeah.
soft and cuddly animals,
Um, like I think my goal kind of with this is kind of like my goal is to kind of like throw people off, but not really like throw you off.
Mhm.
Like I feel like it's just more of an attention grabber to see like you said, like rabbits and like cats and stuff. That's like what I got on my page now. Um, like they're supposed to be like cute and cuddly, but I just didn't make it that way. I wanted to make them more so like scary, eerie, or just like some way you just wouldn't see them. So I just really wanted to grab people's attention with that for real. But yeah, I definitely did have a lot of pets growing up, and that was me. So my house,
What did you have rabbits? Like hello rabbits or
I had one rabbit. It was really my sister's rabbit, but she was too young to take care of it. So I guess we had to end up stepping up. So his name was Snoopy, and I don't know why he was. I don't know. He was a little bit of my favorite, but he did. He did. First of all, his passing was very tragic, though. He did pass though, and that's why I don't know why, but he was fine. He was the funnest rabbit I ever met, so I really loved him. But yeah, I only had like one rabbit growing up, and the rest was like guinea pigs and dogs, and like one cat. And yeah, so
that's fun though. Do you have a lot of siblings too?
no, I just have one sister, just a little sister.
Okay. Um, so like you said, it has that like dark, eerie undertone in your work, from
Mm.
past life experiences. So do you feel like making your art, it gives a glimpse of your past life to people, or more so a way for people to see what's in your mind today, if that's makes sense? Or
Um,
is art therapeutic for you?
I feel like the second one you said, like, it's more therapeutic for me, and it's more
Mm-hmm.
so like what I see in my mind.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but yeah, like based off my past life experiences, like I'm sure we all been through some bad things, but it's just like I don't know, that's just how I cope with it, kind of. So it's kind of like therapeutic for me. But like the message and like my past life experiences, it's nothing like direct. It's just kind of, it's like my creative process. It kind of just comes out more like when I can really sit down and strategize in a whole piece when I'm like more so like upset or like in a bad situation or something like that. So it kind of just comes out more when I'm upset. And that's just how I get stuff off my chest.
Yeah. Do you make art when you're like in the moment when you're sad or upset or have gone through something and you make something to deal with that or like after?
Yeah, I like take the time to just sit down, get it off my chest, and just feel less about whatever's going on. And I don't know, I kind of just wanted to do it full time, so that's what I've been doing.
Yeah, I've always struggled with that as an artist. I'm not good at communicating bad feelings. I like to just ignore them.
Oh,
But
yeah,
I'm all happy, sunshine in my work when I do make.
yeah. I love your work too. Like I love your work too. So yeah.
um, okay, so in communicating these feelings to viewers, do you feel like using a creature like that's outside of yourself to reflect you is something that helps you? And do you see yourself as a reflection of the rabbit, or is it its own entity?
Yeah, yeah, I kind of do see myself as like the rabbit as like a reflection. I kind of do like I remember I was talking about I feel like the rabbit to me, it kind of just feels like how it is like a kind of small animal.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's kind of, oh, I'm on the phone. Um, so, so I kind of so the rabbit to me is kind of like how like I just kind of like how it's like a small animal, but they run really fast. So it's kind of like I don't know how to explain it though. Like it's a small animal, so sometimes I guess I feel small sometimes, but I like to take them out that element where like, okay, they're looking small, cute, and cuddly to where they look a little bit dangerous and treacherous. So it's kind of just like don't mess with me type shit. But like,
Yeah.
so that's kind of the message I want to relay. Like when I do like draw these rabbits and like I got one on my Instagram, one of them's like cut up, and the other one like it's just more where they're looking like really dangerous and treacherous with like red eyes and angry faces and stuff like that. So yeah, I kind of am like a reflection of the rabbit because it's just like sometimes I feel small, but even though if I feel small, it's just like I'm still pretty dangerous. So don't
Yeah,
just
like don't underestimate you type of thing.
yeah.
Um, so I also saw that you insert yourself in some of them, like and are surrounded by the rabbits or the animals in your pieces. So do you see
Mhm.
them as your protectors in some way, or like more of a spirit animal, like we were just talking about, or both?
No, definitely more so like a kind of like a spirit animal.
Yeah.
It's kind of like a spirit animal. I just like to use. I don't know. I just like to use like you talk about like the photography and then like the pictures of
Like
me and, like
overlay.
a character.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know. That's just one thing I do like to do. I like to model a little bit. So in my mind it's like huh.
As you say, you're gorgeous. So
Thank you. It's like
yeah.
so in my mind, it's kind of more so like multimedia. So like one thing about me is like I'll do digital art, but I also like to include like photography and like fashion in my stuff. And hopefully I can just really build on it. But it's more so like a spirit animal when I do include them in like when I'm like, I guess posing with them or when I insert them in like those. Um, so yeah, just multimedia, and it's just multimedia and more like a spirit animal to me.
Yeah, that's dope. So I was trying to look at all your work before we talked, just so I could see like the extent of everything you did. And the probably my favorite one I saw was the one you did with the rabbit and the koi fish. I don't know
Mm.
the painting or like what
Yeah,
meaning.
that was an actual painting. That was an acrylic painting. So that one wasn't digital at all. That
Yeah,
was an
it
actual
was super beautiful. I really liked it, and I've always
thing.
been drawn to that animal, the koi fish, because I feel
Mm-hmm.
like it's a symbol of peace and balance, you know. And I know the rabbit for you has always been a more chaotic symbol, like the way you portray it. So do you feel like you were trying to give a sense of balance with the eerie world you usually create with doing that, or did it have a different meaning for you when you did it, or do you just not think about it as much? Or yeah,
No, I didn't really think about that one as much. That was like one of my first.
really?
Yeah, that was like one of my first pieces. I didn't really think about that one as much because I had painted that and finished that even before I had like got my iPad and even started doing digital. So it basically, I started off with the rabbit at first when I was making it, and then I had went to Japan on like a vacation, and I came back to it, and I was just like, okay, it's looking a little empty. We can add some stuff to it. So it was kind of just one of those things where like I had an experience and I definitely wanted to share it. So I had like this really cool trip to Japan one time, and
That's really
that's like where koi fish came from. But the rabbit was like already there. But I definitely wanted to add it to eeriness. It was like purple in the background and like some trees
cool.
in the background, stuff like that. But no, I didn't really think about that one too much. That was like one of
Yeah,
my first.
that's cool. Have you done a lot of traveling?
I love to travel. That's one thing I do love to do. But I've been I've done a little bit. Like I've been on like one cruise and like probably a few islands in the Caribbeans and stuff. But like as far as like vacations and like family vacations, but like, that's something I'm trying to incorporate back into my life.
Mm.
But yeah, I definitely love to travel. That's like one thing about me.
Yeah, no, no, because when you say you were willing to like hop on a plane, I'm like, what? Okay.
No, for I needed a vacation. I wanted to go out there, man. I was
Mm,
like, but yeah, it just
makes
didn't
sense.
work out. So it's whatever.
Um, but that's cool how your trip was able to like inspire the piece because I didn't know.
Yeah, that was pretty much all with that one.
Mm. So, and going back to your childhood, and you say you grew up with all these pets, and I'm sure, like you said, the rabbit passed away, and seeing all the ups and downs little animals can have. Did you end up creating or having a sense of empathy for these animals that now you that influenced you to make them the subject of your work? And do you, because a lot of people just choose people. So do you have a different type of empathy for animals, you feel?
Yeah, like I've grown up, like I've always been an animal lover. So that's like really one thing about me. Like I'm a huge animal lover. I even got like my degree in animal science. So it's
Oh
just
wow.
like, so yeah, I'm just like a huge advocate for animals in a sense. Like I just love animals. So, but like you said, but like, a lot of people choose people. I don't know. I feel like I just don't gravitate towards. I feel like I just don't relate to people like that in my art like that. And one, I personally don't like to draw people. I like to draw like animals because I don't know. I feel like you can do a lot of different things with like different animals and stuff. So I'm just a huge animal lover, and that's where like my empathy comes from. So that's one thing I definitely want to get out in my art, and that's probably one thing that's real prominent about my art too, just animals in general. And so yeah, and if it's probably a person, it's probably a picture of me. So that's pretty much it. So yeah, I'm just a huge, huge animal lover. That's all.
Yeah. Yeah. I could tell, especially in like perfecting like the furs and things like that. It takes time to be able to.
Mm.
I
Yeah,
know
that
you
stuff
know.
takes.
It
Yeah,
takes time. Like it really takes time.
yeah, it's a lot of practice because there's like there's like so many different types of furs, and then it's like hair and stuff like that. I'm still working on that to this day,
Yeah.
and yeah, it's definitely takes a lot of time and practice.
Mm,
It's definitely something I'm trying to perfect too. Like that's one thing
yeah.
definitely like number on my list, just fur and hair.
'Cause it's a whole lot of layering to make it look like
It
acceptable.
really is.
Like to really get it there.
It really is, and like them shadows and like the little streaky highlights, man. It's a lot. It's a lot.
It's a process.
But I be trying to practice.
Yeah.
So yeah,
um yeah. And you have because they're already beautiful and how they look now in both your digital and paintings too, which is actually kind of crazy because I don't know, like approaching digital work is like a whole different, I'm sure, especially for furs and stuff too, to make it look like a good
I
reflection
find it.
of animals.
Yeah, I find it a lot easier. I don't think I might ever. Yeah, I find it a lot easier. I don't even. I honestly don't even know if I'll pick up another paintbrush. Really, after this year, I don't even know. I
I
really like my
definitely
digital.
feel like that. Like I don't feel the same. It's just like painting is like labor. Like it's a lot.
Like I don't know. I really like my digital. I really like my digital work and drawing on my iPad. A little bit of Photoshop. I find it easier. I don't know.
It's just more relaxing a lot of the time.
Yeah.
To me, I don't know. So having somber undertones in your work and the feelings, things like that we spoke about. I don't know if you've ever fallen victim as a woman where people always want you to be happy and bubbly, like you're not allowed to have like a full range of emotions sometimes.
Mhm.
So does it make you feel fully seen as a person as Nishawn, to be able to show that side of yourself in your artwork, to show you're more than just, or show
Yeah,
how you feel?
definitely. I have been um like I'm not gonna say people have mistaken me for being like happy and bubbly or
Mm,
like people I'd expect that of me like 24/7. Like when I am happy and bubbly, I am happy and bubbly. But on the flip side, when I am like sad and upset, I am sad and upset because I'm one of the type of people. It's like 100% or nothing. Like it's like my emotions is never like in the middle.
mm,
So it's like my emotions they kind of control like it's like the best of that emotion for whatever I'm feeling. So um yeah, but like the somberness, I don't know. I do want people to see that because it, like, I don't know. Like my darker emotions was like a big part of my life at one point, and like we overcame that, still overcoming it to this day. And I don't know. I just want people to see like the darker side of me, where if you do see me in person, I will give good vibes.
yeah.
But I don't know. I like to share like the darker parts too. So
Mhm.
so yeah, I feel like my art really does allow me to do that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, you didn't. When I met you, you just seem like a calm spirit, calm person.
Yeah.
Um. So we kind of already talked about this, but I know you explored a lot of different mediums, everything from digital to painting to pens. But you're always able to evoke the same idea for all your themes in your pieces, most of the
Mhm.
um so, and I know you primarily focus on graphic and digital work now. So do you feel like it's something that's more, well, you just said it's just easier, it's easier for you, and do you ever see yourself returning back to painting ever?
I definitely do. I see myself like probably opening up a gallery. Just having like big canvases and probably a painting. I feel like the next painting I do is gonna be like it's gonna be like on a really big canvas, and I'll probably put some more promotion behind that because that's not really the medium I like would want to use, but I don't mind it. But I don't know. I definitely like my digital. Right now, I'm definitely focused on digital because that's just that's like my shit. That's what I like. But one of these days, I'm gonna definitely go back to painting. One of these days. Hmm?
When the time is right, like it'll come.
Yeah, when the time is right, I definitely want to put out like some more digital works because it's been like 2 years since I put like anything out new with like my digital work. So I feel like I've gotten better, and I definitely want to put some new stuff out when it comes to that. So
Yeah.
that's like what I'm at right now.
Yeah, and you can always like print as big as you want to, like with your digital work. Like,
Yeah, that's what I want to do. Like print out the digital on like a big canvas. So, but one of these days, I'm gonna definitely go back to the painting. Probably, I probably want to get some more space in my life. I don't know, but I like my digital work.
it's just so much like space and material you need.
Yeah, and that's like why I like digital. It's just a lot less, and I
Yeah,
can take it
very,
anywhere.
like literally anywhere. Like,
I can take it anywhere. It's just a lot less, and it really helps. It's just, yeah. I'm definitely like one of the minimalist persons. Like I don't like to have a lot of stuff. So yeah.
yeah, I feel you. So, and I know on your website it has said you show work in galleries locally, and having that already be something you've established for yourself, being able to show work. Do you have like specific other places you would like for your artwork to end up one day? And do you have any specific goals as an artist as of right now, for your artwork to be?
That's a cool question. Hopefully I can find my work in like other galleries like across the world. One day, hopefully we're definitely gonna get there. But I know I was thinking about this the other day, but like I know one of my biggest goals as an artist, I was really thinking about like I don't know, like maybe I would want to. No, I was thinking about this the other day. No, maybe one day if I can like work for a gaming company and probably like like how on GTA they have like the loading screens.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe maybe one day if I get around to it, like one of my goals as an artist that's definitely one of my biggest goals as an artist. Like when like video games and stuff, like making the loading screens or like their graphics or something. That's like one of my biggest goals as an artist. Hopefully
That's
I can like
actually
work.
really dope. That's really cool.
Hopefully I can like work with like a video game. Hopefully like something new that's coming out. And I could just like be there, be like their art director, creative director, whatever, making their loading screens or something. I don't know. That's
That
one thing
is
I want.
super dope, especially if it was like a game that kind of revolved around which you like the characters that you like to do already, like animals and things like that. That
Yeah,
would be cool.
yeah. Hopefully,
Cool.
but yeah, that's
That.
all I got.
Yeah.
But hopefully I could I don't know. Hopefully I could definitely do that. Something as small as like making their loading screens. But I know that's like one of my goals that I want to do. Definitely.
That's why I never heard that before, but like that's actually really cool.
Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, it's wild because I've been looking at GTA stuff, but that's cool. Yeah.
Like,
So when people, this is my last question, final question. Um, Looking at your work, when people get a glimpse, whether it's digital or whatever they see from you, in your ideal mind, what would you like for them to take away from what you decided to share with
I want them to like before anything, I kind of want people to be like entertained by my art a little bit. Just because of how like I definitely want people to be like entertained with like the eeriness and like the horror, because I know stuff like that only appears to like a certain like demographic people who actually likes that. But I don't know, like my art is like really personal to me. Like I can go in detail about like a certain painting of what I was going through at the time, about what I and why I painted that. But I think my art really, I want people to like kind of one be entertained by it and kind of get their own like interpretation of it. Um, that's really, I don't know. Because when I make my art, it's kind of for me, and then I'm just sharing it to the world. This is like how when I was going through it, and then I can just go into detail about that. But I don't know. I kind of want people just to like look at it and be entertained, like they're watching a scary movie or something. And then kind of just get like their own interpretation of it, because nothing is really like that direct in my art. It's just it's kind of like a story within like these two animals, or like this animal what it's doing. So yeah, I definitely want people to like get their own like interpretation and like just be entertained. I just love the horror that I put out. So, as much as I do.
No, that's really cool. Like I feel like you could build so many stories from what you create. Like it's like, I don't know. Like I like it. Like I'm just thinking about the Pez dispenser you did. The eyes, it's like this is really interesting. Like I don't know. It kind of gives me the same. I don't know if you ever watch Over the Garden Wall at all.
I've never heard of that.
No, you should. It's a show. It was on Cartoon Network. And it kind of had the same, I don't know, feeling to the animation in the show.
Okay.
I like it. But yeah, so do you have anything you would like for people to look out for you? You say you want to put out more digital pieces, anything?
Definitely look out for some more digital pieces. And definitely look out for the shows that I'm about to be at. I know I'm about to be back in New York in like 2 weeks from now. Maybe. So I want people to like look out for the shows. Just to put that out there, we actually met in New York. It was so funny when we met. It was so damn funny because you was like,
I know you from Twitter.
Because I think all I said was hello to you, and you was like, I think I follow you on Twitter. I'm like, Twitter. I'm
like, bro, it's crazy because that was like 3 years, like 2 or 3 years ago now.
That was about 2 years ago. Yeah, that was about 2 years ago, man. But yeah, one thing that people need to be looking out for, definitely more digital works and just some shows I got coming up. So y'all can come visit, or just come see what I'm doing. But yeah, that's kind of just my goal for this year, is to put out more art, more digital works, because I've been in college and I just graduated and I finally got time. Thank you. Like I finally got time just to go back to my art and just get this ball back rolling. So that's all I want. Thank you. That's all I want to do.
But thank you for your time today.
Thank you for your time.
Yeah, reaching out for me. Yeah. See you soon.
Good. I'm gonna definitely see you around in one of these states.
No, seriously. Okay. Have a great rest of the day.